Alzheimer's disease is a condition that can feel incredibly cruel, slowly stealing our most precious memories and our ability to think clearly. It is the most common cause of dementia, a general term for a decline in mental ability severe enough to interfere with daily life. For families who watch a loved one struggle with this disease, the experience is often heartbreaking. The brain, our command center for everything we do, begins to falter. Simple tasks become monumental challenges, and familiar faces can become strangers. This is why the search for effective treatments is one of the most urgent missions in modern medicine today, affecting millions of people worldwide. At the heart of Alzheimer's disease are rogue proteins that build up in the brain. One of these proteins is called amyloid. In a healthy brain, amyloid is cleared away without any trouble. However, in a person with Alzheimer's, this protein starts to clump together, forming sticky plaques between brain cells. Think of it like sludge building up in the pipes of a complex plumbing system. These plaques disrupt communication between brain cells and can eventually lead to their death. This gradual loss of brain cells is what causes the memory loss, confusion, and other devastating symptoms of the disease. For decades, scientists have tried to find ways to clear these amyloid plaques directly, but progress has been frustratingly slow. Many attempted treatments have failed in clinical trials, leaving patients and their families waiting for a breakthrough. This has led researchers to think outside the box and explore different approaches. What if, instead of trying to force drugs into the brain to attack the plaques, we could help the brain's own natural defense and cleaning systems work better? This shift in thinking is opening up exciting new avenues for research and giving us fresh hope in the ongoing fight against Alzheimer's. The need for a breakthrough is growing more critical every day. With our global population living longer, the number of people affected by dementia is rising dramatically. In the UK alone, over 1 million people are living with the condition, a number that places a huge strain not only on the individuals and their families, but also on our healthcare systems. Finding a way to slow down, stop, or even reverse the damage caused by Alzheimer's would be a monumental achievement for humanity. It would mean restoring quality of life, preserving cherished relationships, and lifting a heavy burden from society's shoulders. Recently, a team of scientists from China and Spain announced a fascinating new approach, published in a leading scientific journal in October 2025. Instead of targeting the amyloid plaques within the brain tissue itself, they decided to focus on something called the blood-brain barrier. You can think of this barrier as a highly selective gatekeeper that surrounds the brain, protecting it from harmful substances circulating in the bloodstream while allowing essential nutrients to pass through. It is a critical line of defense, but in Alzheimer's disease, this protective wall can become weak and less effective at its job of clearing out waste products. The researchers developed a truly innovative method using nanotechnology. They created incredibly tiny particles, called nanoparticles, designed to do a very specific job. These particles were engineered to seek out and attach to a particular protein known as LRP1, which is found on the surface of the cells that make up the blood-brain barrier. The LRP1 protein acts like a bouncer at a club, responsible for escorting unwanted amyloid proteins out of the brain and into the bloodstream, where they can be disposed of. This new strategy doesn't introduce a drug to destroy amyloid. It cleverly encourages the brain's own natural cleaning crew to work harder. This approach is what experts are calling quite innovative. Professor Francesco Aprile, an expert from Imperial College London, highlighted that instead of just trying to push drugs past the brain's defenses, this method actually enhances one of the brain's own natural pathways for removing toxic proteins. It's like fixing a faulty waste disposal system rather than just trying to scoop the rubbish out by hand. By stimulating the LRP1 protein with these nanoparticles, the scientists were able to kickstart this natural clearance mechanism, essentially helping the brain to help itself by more efficiently flushing out the harmful amyloid buildup. Dr. Julia Dudley of Alzheimer's Research UK noted that this study adds to a growing body of evidence, suggesting that repairing the blood-brain barrier could be a powerful new way to treat the disease. In Alzheimer's, the barrier not only fails to clear waste, but can also become leaky, allowing harmful substances from the blood to seep into the brain, which can cause further damage and inflammation. By targeting and strengthening this barrier, we might be able to tackle the disease from a completely different and perhaps more effective angle than ever before, offering a new front in the war against dementia. The real test of this new idea came when the scientists administered the treatment to mice that had been genetically engineered to develop an Alzheimer's-like condition, complete with amyloid plaques in their brains. The results were quite remarkable. After receiving the nanoparticle treatment, the mice showed a significant reduction in the amount of amyloid in their brains. The study reported that the levels of this harmful protein were reduced by nearly 45%. This demonstrated that the strategy of boosting the blood-brain barrier's cleaning function was not just a theory, it worked effectively in a living animal. Of course, reducing brain plaques is one thing, but the most important question is whether it actually improves brain function. To find out, the researchers put the mice through a series of cognitive tests designed to measure their memory and ability to learn. One common test, for example, involves a maze, where the mice have to remember the location of a hidden platform to escape a pool of water. Before the treatment, the mice with Alzheimer's symptoms struggled significantly with this task. However, after receiving the nanoparticle therapy, their performance improved dramatically. The improvement in the mice's cognitive abilities was so significant that their performance in these memory and learning tests became comparable to that of healthy mice of the same age. This is a crucial finding as it suggests that clearing the amyloid plaques through this method can lead to a tangible restoration of brain function. What was even more encouraging was that the reported benefits, both the reduction in amyloid and the cognitive improvements, seemed to last for a considerable time. The positive effects were observed for up to 6 months after the initial treatment, which is a substantial portion of a mouse's lifespan. These results are incredibly promising because they show a direct link between this novel treatment, the clearance of amyloid, and the recovery of cognitive function in a mammal. It's a powerful proof of concept. Seeing a mouse regain its ability to learn and remember after its brain has been damaged by Alzheimer's-like changes is a truly exciting step forward. While we must remember this is an early-stage study in animals, the clarity of the results provides a strong foundation and a clear justification for pursuing this research further, to see if it could one day benefit humans. While the excitement around these findings is entirely justified, it is vital to put them into perspective. Every expert who has commented on this research has shared the same important message: this is very early-stage science. The experiments were conducted in mice, not humans. While mice can be good models for studying human diseases, what works in a laboratory animal does not always work in people. The human brain is infinitely more complex, and the progression of Alzheimer's in humans can be very different. Therefore, we are still a very long way from knowing if this could become a treatment for people living with dementia. The next steps for this research will be slow and methodical. First, other scientists will need to try to replicate these findings to confirm they are accurate and reliable. Following that, extensive safety testing will be required to ensure that the nanoparticle treatment does not have any unforeseen or harmful side effects. Only after clearing these significant hurdles could the researchers even begin to think about designing the first small-scale clinical trials in human volunteers. This entire process, from a discovery in the lab to an approved medication on the pharmacy shelf, typically takes more than a decade and often much longer. Professor Tara Spires-Jones from the University of Edinburgh rightly pointed out that we must temper our optimism with a healthy dose of realism. She stated that these findings are a very long way from helping people living with Alzheimer's disease. This is not meant to diminish the importance of the discovery, but to provide an honest assessment of the timeline. It is a marathon, not a sprint. False hope can be damaging for patients and their families, so it is crucial to celebrate these scientific steps forward while understanding the long journey that still lies ahead for researchers. Despite these necessary words of caution, there is no denying that this discovery shines a bright light of hope. For the millions of families affected by Alzheimer's, every new piece of progress matters. This innovative strategy of repairing the brain's own defenses represents a fresh and exciting path forward. It is a powerful reminder that brilliant minds all over the world are working tirelessly to unravel the complexities of this devastating disease. While this particular treatment may still be many years away, each breakthrough like this brings us one step closer to a future where Alzheimer's is no longer an unstoppable force, but a treatable condition.